here, stdf.org.eg, has different mechanisms of funding. National research grants for basic and applied research, reintegration, young researcher, and research support. Targeted grants for specific topics, hepatitis C being on the top of that list here. Some, of course, non-medical, as energy, water desalination, and so on. International cooperation grants are directed to certain countries, US and Egypt, Germany and Egypt, France and Egypt, Japan and Italy, and so forth. And we started a few years ago by having the German-Egyptian science year. That was 2008, followed by the Egyptian-Japanese science year, then Egyptian-Italian science year, and finally France, and that was in 2011. And I think there are I don't know what the new initiative is. Innovation grants, and you were talking earlier about innovation, and also that's probably a strategic importance to the ministry, and capacity building grants, mainly in short-term fellowships and developing centers of excellence. Health priorities have been identified, chronic diseases, namely liver, kidney, and lung disease, cancer, chronic debilitating disease, I guess, biotechnology, environment, and healthcare systems. And viral hepatitis is a national health issue, and so they're putting a lot of emphasis on that. And you can see that concerning the budget, it's got about 46% of the projects awarded. Concerning the countries that have collaboration with STDF, I think US has the highest one, followed by Germany and then France. The research projects are distributed among the different disciplines. Medical and pharmaceutical collectively have about maybe 30% of the fund. Another limb is the EU-Egypt Innovation, the RDI, the Research Development and Innovation Program. I used to work with this program for a little over a year. It has a major part, which is the EU-Egypt Innovation Fund, and this grants projects in two schemes. Scheme 1 for larger projects and Scheme 2 for the smaller ones. And the RDI network, which is a network of researchers present in almost every university, whether private or public, and research center in Egypt. And these are, they have the main task is to increase awareness and promote international collaboration in different disciplines. Universities, they don't grant other universities, but they have internal grants. So Cairo University has an annual grant that is evaluated every September and awarded every December in the year. Other funding agencies, as the Fulbright, Islamic Development Bank I have shown you earlier, the NIH from USA. Citadel funding is mainly focused on mobility. Masr al-Khayr is an NGO that funds research that is mainly applied, and this is an example of the program of the Islamic Development Bank. It is a merit scholarship for high technology. International agencies like the German Academic Exchange, the EU through the Framework Program and other programs, Japan, the JICA, US and USAID, and a Swedish fund. And this is an example of what the German exchange does. It's a lot of mobility and some research projects and technology transfer as well. And these are documents that are available on the internet. This is a report prepared about cooperation between Egypt and Union member states. And I don't know if this will work. So I'm going to. Okay. It's there on the internet if you would like to look it up. And I got some information about Spain from that document. and cooperation activities are science and technology agreements represented in the EC Egypt Agreement for Science and Technology Cooperation, bilateral research funds and science and technology cooperation as the RDI, which I have mentioned earlier, international research funds as the framework program and joint research center, bilateral mobility grants, the Marie Curie and FP7, the Tempus, Erasmus Mundus, and scholarships for graduates, some international programs supporting mobility, research centers, institutes that you can find on the document, of course universities in Egypt, collaboration between universities like bilateral agreements and research centers, and other research initiatives, namely the cooperation on science and technology. Concerning Spain, in that document, there is science and technology agreements, inter-university cooperation MOUs, like bilateral agreements, international research funds, the Spain-Egypt program, inter-university as well, international programs that support mobility, and there's the two Spanish organizations, the Spanish Agency for International Development and the EU-Arab Foundation for Higher Studies. And this is my small team in the bronchoscopy suite, and thank you very much.